Hi, we're Lynn
and Nisha,
and you're watching
BTS MVP.
Welcome to another episode of BTS MVP, where we pick the most iconic moments and the most memorable member from each of their biggest hits. But before we get to today's song, let's talk about the drink of the day.
The drink of the day is strawberry milk. This is because in the most recent V Soap Live, they made a drink with strawberry milk, and apparently V really likes it.
Although he did say in that V Live that all this time everyone's talked about how much he likes strawberries, and it turns out not so much.
Kind of sad.
Hopefully he still has a weak spot for strawberry milk. Let's find out if we do. It's not as pink as I thought it would be.
You've never seen strawberry milk?
I've never had strawberry milk. No, have you?
No.
Oh.
My friends say it's good.
Let's find out. Or
It's not very flavorful.
No, I expected
It's kind of bland.
Yeah, more milkshakey, but it's really a very subtle flavor.
It tastes
and
like...
it has an artificially kind of flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it does not taste like...
Artificial strawberry is not great.
Yeah, not my favorite thing, I'm gonna say. Not my favorite thing.
I kind of like it.
I mean, it's not like I'm not gonna drink it, but...
I like it.
Yeah?
Second sip, much better than the first.
All right, well, moving on. Let's talk about the song of the day.
Strawberry milk, Jawa, Jawa, Jawa.
Song of the day is DNA, which is one of their biggest hits, I would say.
Probably.
Although, in my opinion, a little bit overlooked when it comes to like sort of their iconic songs. It's from Love Yourself, Her, and it's a love song. It's a happy love song. So
nice.
Let us jump in and talk about our honorable mentions. I have to say, I found this song extremely difficult. As bad as Idol was last week.
Really?
Yeah.
As bad as Idol? I found it easier than Idol.
Oh yeah?
But also I feel bad.
That's because you're a bad person. We'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, because I had a lot of trouble deciding who is our MVP for today, I'm going to do as I did for Idol last week and throw some shout outs to our honorable mentions.
Yes.
The people who didn't quite make the list but still have an iconic moment in this song. For example, RM has a great moment where he does this. Take it.
Isn't that part of the fan chant?
The Take It? Oh, is it?
I think so.
Oh yeah? I don't know. I have to admit, if I saw it in concert, I couldn't help myself from saying it. And then Suga has a great moment where he does this. I want it this I want it little And Jin has a very nice moment where he does this. Don't regret it, baby. So that leaves 4 remaining members.
4 remaining members, which means we disagree on something.
We definitely disagree on this one. So much do we disagree on this one.
I'm very sorry.
It's all Nisha's fault. Why don't you go first? Tell us about your first honorable mention.
Right, my first honorable mention is Jimin. This is because he has a lot of one-liners, but in many different places. And I find him recurring in the song, and I really like that. He also gets the one point where he says, "We're beautiful together," and then he sticks out his arm and does this really cool dance move.
Oh, you mean the Young Wani, Young Wani, Young
Forever,
Wani,
forever.
Young Wani. You gotta do it with me. Hapkinika.
You sounded like Jade when he was doing Spider-Man. Spider-Man!
Without a doubt, that moment where Jimin puts his hand out and then does that in the video is by far the most iconic thing about this song.
Yes.
And when they perform it live, everybody's like on the edge of their seat, just waiting for that moment, and then he does it, and then everyone universally goes, "Oh, it was so good."
It's so cool.
It was so cool. But when we're talking about the recorded song, I feel like Jimin doesn't stand out as much.
It's still a strong vocal line part of him. And also he gets to say DNA, which is the title of the song. And you know how I love it when they say the title of the song in the song at least 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, it's usually just in the repeating after when the beat is
More
strong.
than Jungkook. He says, Jimin says it.
Jungkook says it 4 times. I'll cover that when I'm talking about Jungkook.
All right. Jimin might be one of your honorable mentions, but sad to say he didn't quite make the cut for me despite that awesome dance move.
A mistake.
My first honorable mention goes to Jungkook, and he actually was very close to being my MVP. It
Really?
was very hard for me to decide. He is all over this song. He is in the pre-chorus, he is in the chorus, he is in the post-chorus. He has this great part at the very end with J-Hope, where he sings the little bits at the very end. But more than all of that, alone, it would give him honorable mention because of the whistling.
Jungkook is also my second honorable mention, and I actually really like the part. It's during Suga's second rap part. He says a line, and then Jungkook says a line.
I love
then
that part.
Suga says a line.
I love
then
that
Jungkook. And you know how we love rapper Jungkook.
I do love rapper Jungkook.
So such a cool kid.
그녀를 볼 때마다 서술화책에 놀라 신기하게 자꾸만 숨이 멎는 참 일상스러워 이런 게 말로만 듣던 사랑이란 감정일까 애초부터 내 심장은 널 향해 두니까.
So like there's just part after part after part that Jungkook is featured in,
Yes.
and there's the whistling, which
It's overwhelmingly
is
Jungkook.
amazing. And even in the choreography, he's the one who gets the little
DNA.
he does the little DNA move at least twice, but not at the very end. And we'll talk about that in a minute when we talk about our MVP. All right, so we are widely divided on today's
Yes.
MVP because my MVP didn't even get an honorable mention.
I had to make some cuts.
some tough choices.
Not everybody can make it. It's a rough world we live in the MVP.
Okay, well, I'm giving my MVP this week to J-Hope, and I understand completely that he has a very, very tiny part in this song.
Very tiny part.
But it's totally what I associate with this song. So J-Hope has his usual rap part, like everybody, all the rappers usually get at least a small rap part in each song. But for me, this song is 100% about the la 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 la.
You know how BTS loves their la la las.
So I gotta say, J-Hope in like rainbow colored outfit.
It's a good
with
vibe.
the red hair, doing the la 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 la. Like, could there be
sure.
anything more J-Hope in this world? There could not. Yeah,
There could not.
So for me, when I think of that song, the la la las stand out completely. And then when you're watching it live, the choreo ends with them all folding away and only J-Hope there doing the little DNA. And it's magic. So yeah, even though it's the tiniest little thing and it's literally the last moments of the song, I gotta say the MVP for me of DNA is J-Hope. But Nisha,
Don't hate me forever. He was almost an honorable mention. My MVP for DNA is actually V, though, which is only because of the beginning.
서로를 불러왔던 것처럼 내 혈관 속 뒤에 네가 말해줘 내가 찾아 헤맸던 너라는 걸.
V would be an honorable mention for me along with Jungkook, and he really sets the tone with his beautiful voice at the
Yes.
very, very beginning when he says, "At first sight, I recognized you." It
So
was
good.
like we were calling to each other. It's very V.
A true romantic.
Agree, V is such a romantic, and he really sells it, and he's beautiful. But even more than that, I love the bridge part. So the bridge part is really balanced between the
Not to
whole
hate.
vocal line. What?
V is my MVP.
He's my honorable mention.
Well, back the hell off, bro.
돌아보지 말라 운명을 찾아낸 우리니까 후회하지 마라 baby 영원히 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 함께니까
Well, you know, I really like the bridge part because V gets the first part after all the quiet. And it's very powerful and he says it in a deep voice. And you know how I love V's lower register.
Totally, don't we all?
Excellent.
Yeah, the visuals of that part when they like zoom in on V.
It's just him.
Yeah, it's really great.
Him and me, and he's in love.
Yeah, and then that
So
leads
excellent.
to the whole sequence where the vocal line does their little pop-up thing, ending with the amazing Jimin move. It's a great part of the song.
It's a good song overall.
It's a great song overall, for sure. It's such a bop. It's really upbeat. It's really uplifting. Really love it. And J-Hope is the MVP.
Or maybe V's the MVP.
J-Hope.
For the educated people out there, V's the MVP.
For the people who think with their heart, it's J-Hope. Well, first of all, we wanted to mention that DNA was the first BTS song to pass 1 billion views
Good job, BTS.
for their MV on YouTube, which is crazy. Like, that's
Crazy.
so crazy. And that
That's
was
1/7 of the population.
back in June. I assume those weren't like, 1 billion unique people. Because
Yeah, but
I
still.
myself have probably watched it 25 times. But still, yeah, that's really crazy. But most of all, for fun facts, we wanted to talk about BTS Countdown, which is an hour-long BTS special edition of the Korean show M Countdown, which they did in the fall of 2017. It's a whole hour of them doing little skits and funny things, and they performed a bunch of songs,
Yes.
including DNA. But of course, because they're BTS, there was a competitive component,
Of course.
and there were losers. And over the closing credits, the losers had to dance DNA double time.
엔딩 문제인데 우리? 야 엔딩 어떡하냐고 야 이거 어떡해 야야 이렇게 만들고
I love that clip so much. First
It's
of
so
all,
funny.
hilarious. Second of all, it
They
is
crushed it.
They crushed it. I
It's
know.
so
man. They
excellent.
totally kept up. And I love the fact that all of the other ones who didn't have to do the punishment
Yes.
came and joined in for the last little bit. The way Suga says, that ending bit's gonna be a problem as they're coming up to it. And then
And the rest of them just
they
dancing.
can get through it, man. It's awesome.
Do you know what a war between cows is called?
I do not.
Cowmway. Right, that was it for BTS today. If you want to say that you agree with us, that your MVP is either V or J-Hope, comment down below.
J-Hope.
You're not fooling anybody.
As usual, I'll put the links to all the clips we used in our description, and be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll know when we post next time.
And don't forget to check out our new social media accounts. We have Instagram and Twitter.
Awesome, yeah, that's true, where we will be posting exciting behind-the-scenes clips and outtakes throughout the week, as well as a few of our other ideas about who BTS reminds us of in great literature and movies.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. This has been
BTS MVP.